Cause you had a bad day, you're taking one down, you sing a sad song just to turn it around.
Hey all, it's been a while. Welcome to Hoof Hearted, where the smell is the truth. Tonight I am joined by Greg Dog.
Hello, yeah, we're, having a podcast.
And Duster.
Better known as Princess Butt Monkey.
You're a butt monkey now? When did this happen?
Scoot. And possibly soon to join us is TG, who is not here.
Said he would be here, but is not.
He is
Fuck
not.
him.
He is not here right now. So say any disparaging remarks you may want to about him now.
Oh my god, TG, you're so funny. Just kidding, you're not here.
I'm glad he's not here because he can't make dumb hamster jokes.
Yeah,
This is
So,
true.
you know?
He's been kicked out of the group secretly. We're only pretending he's gonna show up.
He's been shadow banned, you see.
Just keep this up, keep this up. You know, we got really inspired by the Truman Show and decided to just act that out.
And I am Treebeard, and tonight, our first topic, well, as it is with most of these pony podcasts, for those of you who still watch them, we're going to be talking about Prance's Spook.
Prance's
Yay.
Spike.
Just because TG isn't here doesn't mean you need to fill his role.
Anywho, quick recap, because a quick one is all you should need. Spike is left in charge of keeping Twilight asleep. He does just that, and yet somehow screws everything up. And then we get a moral about not abusing your power or something, even though all the things he did had nothing to do with abusing his power.
They were just trying
Well,
to...
all the things that mattered anyways, but we'll get to
I'm going
that.
to touch on the moral because that's one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, and Cadence was there or something.
Yay!
Yay.
I wouldn't cheer just yet.
But yeah, actually in this episode, we'll get to that.
Actually, Greg, you saw my React footage, right?
Actually, no, I haven't because I was
Okay,
waiting
I
for Scott
actually-
and TG's.
I actually touched on that in that. But anyway,
Okay.
let's get started. Scoot, your thoughts.
Well, let's see. First, there's the whole Cadence knowing something's wrong with what Spike's doing and not doing anything about it.
Oh. What else?
Let's see. Let's see. Spike nearly flooded the town, knocked over a bunch of trees. What else did he mess up on? Yeah, that's mostly the major things he somehow fucked up. Yeah, he pretty much messed up plumbing, pretty much. I can't really cover anything all his other scripts because all the other ones didn't really bite him in the ass. Those were the only two things that kind of bit him in the ass. The ironic thing is, the selfish things he did not even bite him in the ass at all. It's when he was trying to actually doing his job of keeping Twilight asleep. That's when everything backfired.
Yeah.
So, how is this moral relevant again? I'm just confused.
I think we all are.
I give it a 5
Alright.
out of 10.
Deuster.
So, the thing they hate in terms of episodes after CMC episodes are Spike episodes. Mainly because they're all the same. Spike fucks up, learns a valuable lesson from those wise and noble ponies, promises never to fuck up again, does the exact same thing the next season. And it's tried, it's tired, and even in this one, like, the moral should be morals. There's like 3 of them, and it's painfully obvious that they couldn't decide which one they wanted to go with. So it could either be, don't name drop your friends just to get your way, don't abuse any power that you get, and there was one more that I had listed somewhere. I don't remember what the fuck it was. But
Everybody plays their part.
that was it. Thank you. Everyone plays a part no matter how big or small. And quite obviously the writer could not figure out which one they wanted to go with, so they went with all of them. And as a big Cadence fan, I'm okay with Cadence being in things. But overall, this is yet another season 5 nothing happened in 22 minutes episode. And we're seeing more of those, and it's very telling. And what it's very telling of is that there was a point that this series was supposed to end. We are now exhausting all of our avenues and just pulling scarves out of our asses. It is so clear that in this season that the writers are just out of ideas. For rating, I don't even know what to rate it. I would rate it a meh. Like, no number, just a meh. It's that unremarkable.
Yeah, it's a meh.
Well, that's going to be fun to average in.
M times E.
Meh is probably just a C.
It'll work itself out.
Alrighty. Driggity drag.
Alright, yeah, so I will also join the club of did not really care for this episode. Start off, yes, as Scott pointed out earlier, the things that Spike did with good intentions, trying to let Twilight get a good sleep, those are all the things that bit him in the ass, which completely goes against, one of the main morals, which was don't abuse power for your own self-gain. Otherwise, bad things will happen to you, apparently. But, yeah. The reason he moved the polo match, delayed the trees being chopped down, and delayed the water main fix, was solely because he didn't want Twilight woken up. And yet, those are all the things that go wrong, because, I don't know, I guess the world hates Spike. After 5 seasons, I've pretty much concluded that the world is out to get Spike in every single way, it seems like. Especially this episode. But, yeah, that made no sense. It didn't validate the moral in any way. I was just kind of like, okay. That sure happened. Second point. I also like Cadence like Duster does, but, yeah, I really didn't care for her in this episode, because she's the one that tells Spike to do all this shit. And yet she takes absolutely no responsibility for it, despite the fact that she told him to do all this. She does not supervise him, and when she finally does notice the fact that he is fucking up, she's just like, yeah, I'll just let this continue on until it's too late. And I was just kind of like, really? You're better than that. Come on. Step up. You gave him the task.
Come on, step it up!
Yeah, he bungled it, but it wasn't really his fault. Again, it was like a fucking mousetrap contraption that did him in. Good God. But I was kind of like, okay, that was weird. And also she tries to fix that fucking pipe by clogging it with gems. Yeah, that wouldn't work in real life, by the way.
Hey, I thought the gem magic was badass.
It was cool, but if you clog a pipe that way, it's just gonna burst somewhere else. That's just how plumbing is.
That's how water works.
Yeah. So I was kind of like, oh, well, that's cool. Wait, that's not good.
That's completely ineffectual.
Anyways, that's a small nitpick compared to the other stuff. But, final major nitpick with this episode is that it just completely wastes a great opportunity to add more world building. Like the rest of this fucking season so far. You have this entire summit with ponies from all across Equestria, and we learn jack shit about them. How do you waste that potential? This episode should have been about them, not Spike. I'd like to think that a later episode might come back to this, and we could actually focus on that, but, not holding out hope for that. Yeah, just this whole season as a whole has just had numerous chances to help expand on world building with the whole map potential, going to Griffinstone, all of that, and it's all been wasted. We've learned practically nothing, and it's just a mess. Meh. Yeah, meh, that's all I have to say. It's just very frustrating. So, good things I liked about the episode, I guess. Slapstick was good. I felt the comedy was good enough to get me to chuckle a couple times. Wasn't laugh out loud funny, but I could appreciate a few chuckles.
What?
Oh, finally you're here.
Just shut up while I finish my review. But
okay.
Other than that, yeah. Also, Fargo, Minnesota Pony. I enjoyed. Very silly. Other
We
than
have the
that,
bodies in the basement, don't you know?
yeah, don't you know? But God, other than that, yeah, this was just another Spike episode, which I don't know if we'll come back to that later, but it's just disappointing. I really want to see Spike expanded on as a character. We could learn a shit ton more about him and how he interacts with other ponies other than Twilight, and yet the writers don't seem to want to do anything with him. It really sucks. So yeah, I'm giving this episode a 4 out of 10.
Alrighty. TG, now that you're finally here.
It's not my fucking fault.
We told you to get here
I was
faster.
fucking ready to come the fuck back and do this, and people kept fucking making me do things.
Get
It's
good,
not my
Scrub.
fault.
Mm.
But we're talking about shit episode, right?
Yes, the very same.
This Princess
Yeah.
Spike.
Francis.
Yeah. I don't know what everyone else said, but it was shit. I didn't like it. I liked the things that happened in the background. Like, I liked fucking Fargo Pony, and I liked fucking, what's-his-face and what's-her-face having ponies, Andy
Katie
Price
Cook and Andy Price.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that
that
too.
they had horses. But the entire plot of the episode was garbage and was just, hey, look at the dumb dragon fucking up like always. Because that hasn't gotten old. So, yeah, I don't know. It was just... It could have been good, but it was shit. So it's shit. I'm giving it like a 4. The end.
Okay.
Alright.
TG, are you drunk?
A little bit.
Alright.
We're gonna roll with this. Moving on.
Alright, so my opinion on this episode. Hated it. I'm going to be grump today. Yeah,
Very grump.
there's a few issues with this episode. One, that the moral doesn't even gel with what happened. You know, with the whole
Which one?
all
Mostly
of
the
them.
main. Well, I mean, my opinion, the main one was the don't abuse your power for your own selfish needs.
Even
but-
though that had nothing to do with the things that went wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, as I stated, I think in the chat and somewhere else, that's moral, if we're going to pick that one, is just so bizarrely specific.
Yeah, ain't it? Seems like the writer had a bad experience about something and wanted to let it out.
I wasn't on the prom committee.
Yeah, and okay. There's that. There's the fact that the things that went wrong were things that Spike was trying to do well. Another thing that a minor issue is, what is this summit even for? Is this just like diversity therapy, or what is
Yes. It's equestrian diversity training. We have to treat our Griffin racism.
God?
Okay, so name 5 adjectives that describe unicorns. No, that's not appropriate. That is something that we are working on. We need to synthesize synergy.
But yeah, other thing that really bothered me is the whole circumstances behind when ponies started to try to come to Princess Twilight to ask advice. Actually, this is something that I thought of in my second watch through. How would they even know to go there? Because as far as we know, Cadence and Spike are the only people who know that Twilight is there taking a nap at... Cadence. I'm honestly going to pin it on Cadence because she is the only person who would know where Princess Twilight was during nap time. So she was the one trying to lump all this responsibility on Spike, who she told to keep Twilight asleep, and yet she sends all these complaints Twilight's way and, by proxy, his way. Did she expect him to fix all of these problems by himself? And somehow find a way to keep Twilight asleep? It's just... This is so poorly thought out.
I mean, we never learned that it's Cadence's fault. I mean, as much
No,
as
but
this wasn't her best episode, I don't know about that.
Who
Like,
else would have known?
The
they
other
didn't know-
princesses.
I don't
Celestia's done worse.
Still. And then fucking Then Cadence comes down on him like it's his fault, even though by all logical accounts, she's the one sending everybody his way.
I mean, I guess another option is that, like, if you go to a convention, there's, like, in the con book, there's a place that says, go here if you have any complaints, and, Twilight might have her room listed as a, like, con ops center.
For friendship problems, go to con ops.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make any sense. Why would she put it to her room? Why wouldn't it be a booth at the convention?
Maybe that's just her secondary location if I'm not here.
Well, given that it's not mentioned or explored in any way.
So, I'm just saying we can't really go with any theory here. But anyways,
which would cement the point of this episode being very poorly thought out.
Yes.
These are all very basic questions that don't get explored or explained.
Hey, it's her motto, Tribute.
Why, yes.
Well,
yes, it is. God.
It's amazing how applicable your motto is.
It is, and it's scary. How often it is applicable. Yeah, even if you try to counter-argument, or try to argue with me about the basic details of the situation and of the plot, the very fact that we're discussing them at all just goes to show just how poorly planned out and poorly written this episode is. And just how fucking hackneyed the whole thing is.
Well, and I wanted to know, why were all these problems coming to, like, Twilight's way? Or why are they coming Twilight's way? Like,
again,
my friend stole my seat.
Why is that something that requires the princess's attention?
I mean, yeah, she's a princess of friendship, but at the same time, yeah.
She's not the princess of common sense.
Yeah.
Hold up. Wait, I just had another thought. Are the princesses the only staff at this summit?
It sure
There's
seems
nobody
like
else. Nobody. For what's apparently the most important day in Canterlot, apparently. Nobody else.
Well, how many of those are there?
At least
there is
2.
A lot. I mean, there's also, did you even bring up the fact that pony was jackhammering outside the water main?
Oh yeah, I forgot that part. Yeah, that was something
I was
else
laughing
actually.
at that.
God, this is weird. This is the first time I remember more stuff during the react than I do in the podcast. Yeah, why was he jackhammering A, outside the water main? B, why does he have to jackhammer at all? Wouldn't he need to weld the water main shut?
It was exposed. It wasn't like it was
why
still
couldn't he just
concealed.
weld it?
Yeah.
God damn, this episode is stupid. And the only reason its plot works is that everybody's a moron. God, there's been a kind of a trend of fucking idiot plots with the past few episodes, where the only reason they work is that everybody is too stupid to actually think it through. 1 out of 10.
Oh.
Fuck this episode.
Damn.
You want to drop your mic?
Well, I would, but it's on a stand.
I can't even imagine what your react is like now that I haven't seen it. Now I want to see it.
God.
Goody.
The only reason this episode... Actually, it doesn't work, but the only reason this episode has a plot is because everyone's a fucking moron, including the writer. Nothing personal, but this is stupid.
It was pretty dumb. And, so yeah, we can't average this score because we got a meh.
I want to say that'll be given her previous.
I'm giving it a fucking sucks out of 10.
That's certainly a number.
Yeah.
God.
A number, all right.
I mean, it's like Spike at your service.
2 hooves down. Don't even know
Where
how that
else
works.
would they go?
Can you even give a hooves up?
Exactly.
I'm trying to do it.
Duster, you had the drama, so educate us.
The only drama that came out of this really was a bunch of people complaining that Spike got screwed over as a character overall throughout the series. Because really the only time we see or hear anything from him is when he's getting fucked by fate in the ass.
Pretty much.
And yeah, it's It's a fair argument at this point, I hate to say it.
I want to like Spike, but they make it so... Actually, no, he's likable when he's not the main character.
He's even likable in this episode, though, because he's not incompetent.
He's actually trying.
He's just suffering. But dude is suffering, like...
He's trying.
God.
He's honest to God, trying. And the only reason that this is happening to him is because reasons.
I mean, and that's not to say I condone the fact that he's lying for Twilight and he does do some selfish shit. Like, that stuff's bad. But you still feel bad for him because the world is just against him, and even the stuff that bites him in the ass was stuff that was good intention. Like, God. TG, you have said practically nothing. Are you even here? Fuck you.
No, I'm here. What? I mean, there's like nothing to say.
This is the best podcast.
Well, I mean, there's just nothing to fucking say about this shit episode. Because it's shit. And it's not like shit in the fucking, what was that shitty fan thing called?
Midnight Mares?
Any of them. Yeah, that one.
We'll go with that one for today.
Or Dinky's Destiny, or any of the others. Just like, those are shitty to such a spectacular level that there's so much to talk about. This is just like, that's shit.
Wow.
What now?
This is familiar shit.
Yeah, like, we've had so many episodes about, laugh at the dumb shitty dragon. He's not a horse, and that makes him dumb.
He's the token boy.
Yeah, it's just, there's nothing new. It's just the same old shit when it comes to Spike.
And again, there is potential there. There's a lot of potential, and yet it's not touched.
Me and a friend of mine have always said that
Dragon
Spike...
Quest was the first time we even saw anything of Spike other than him being a butt monkey.
And I really liked that episode, too, and yet...
Me and a friend have said repeatedly that Spike could be the most interesting goddamn character on the show. Because he is a fucking dragon, and he has to live with these stupid fucking horses his entire life. He never gets to hang out with dragons. He grew up learning to live like a pony lives. Like, he could be the most interesting goddamn character, but they refuse to fucking do anything with it. All they do is treat him like shit.
God, I've even heard a lot of writers say that Spike is their favorite character to write for. And yet this is what you do with him. Come on.
I also forgot, go ahead first.
Remember that time when Spike saved the Crystal Empire?
That's what I was going to bring up next, actually. So yeah.
The writers sure don't.
And the ponies in Canterlot don't either. They just fucking, we're like, we want the princesses.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy has
Also,
saved, like, our ass twice, but, we want the princesses.
Also, fucking rude to do during a fucking speech. I actually think I said this in the react. Like, is this how the staff looks at the con-goers? I mean, it's not inaccurate.
True.
Do we have anything else we would like to add?
About this in particular?
I think we've said all there is to say about this shitty ass episode.
Yes. Really, season 5, I said this before and I'll just say it again because it's true. Season 5 has either been like pretty hit or plainly obvious that the writers are out of ideas and did not count on it going this far.
It's season 5. It's losing me. Especially with all the other good shows we're watching right now in comparison with Gravity Falls, Steven Universe.
We're already over
Eventually
halfway
Rebels.
through season 5.
Like, we're not going to stop covering ponies or anything, but it's still just frustrating to see.
There is one piece that just came out on eHutie, I think like today or something, that may hint at the future.
Okay. Oh, the Guardians of Harmony, right?
Yes, Hasbro filed for a new trademark, which is how we figured out Rainbow Rocks and Rainbow Power existed. The Guardians of Harmony.
See, I would really love for this to be Disney is acquiring the franchise and crossing it over with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh my god.
Please.
I was thinking Rise of the Guardians, actually.
That wouldn't be bad either.
No, guys, you don't understand. They're literally becoming the Power Rangers. I was joking about that, but they're actually becoming the Power Rangers.
I really
All the
want
Guardians of
Can we
Harmony.
have Tyrannosaurus?
I mean,
want
the name
Tyrannosaurus.
sounds cool. We didn't learn anything yet, but I mean, this whole friendship map shit has gone nowhere in, what, this is 11 episodes in at this point?
It's only been used once.
Once. Yeah, not counting for premiere, once out of technically 9 episodes.
I
since
blame
the
Zordon.
premiere.
Zordon just has nothing for them to do.
Maybe that's their problem. They don't have a
Go out
Zordon.
and do community service or something. I
Spike
don't know.
totally is for Alpha, though, for fucking comedy relief.
Ay, 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 ay! I'm the butt monkey of this series!
Yeah.
That makes me sad.
I mean, I guess for a topic we could briefly have, what is needed to turn around this season in your
Fucking
eyes?
anything.
Be more specific.
No, like, legitimately, at this point, I will take anything. Because so far this season, while, yeah, there have been a couple good episodes that we've enjoyed, there's just been fucking nothing. Like, nothing has happened all season. Just something needs to happen.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think back to the episodes that I did like.
So am I.
And I'm like really fucking tired, so it's kind of hard. But I would like to see like legit world building.
Yes.
I'd like to see, you know, the main point of the first episode of this season be used more than once. And there are also other characters in this universe. I've been hammering at this drum since I think season 3.
Rum-ba-bum-bum.
I still want a slice of life Luna and Celestia episode. Just like,
What, are these characters that exist and actually do things?
yes, like
They are? The show
Either.
doesn't seem to think so.
either the day after Luna comes back from being Nightmare Moon, if we're going to do a throwback, which I think at this point, honest to God, should, because you're starting to lose your old audience, so throw them a bone. Or just like a day in the life of the princesses, which in fact, for episode 100, they could have done that. And I think they should have, instead of the fandom jack-off session that ensued, which even though I said it was okay, it wasn't good.
And again, it accomplished jack shit.
At this point, because the old audience is very quickly losing interest since not much is really happening, this is when you start pulling out the throwbacks. They kind of did it with Make New Friends and Keep Discord by bringing back the gala from season 1. Why not keep going back to old things and having new problems with them, and also keep establishing old traditions like the Hearthwarming Eve thing? I think that's coming up.
That is coming up. They did touch on Winter Wrap-Up earlier
Yeah,
this
like,
season.
flesh out Winter Wrap-Up more. Like, little slice of life things. But not you know what? Fuck it. Just go back to the season 1 method of things. Someone has an issue, everyone tries to fix it, we all go home with a valuable lesson. Just that simple.
At least it would be more focused than what we have now.
That's why I like season 1, because it was fucking easy.
Yeah, and honestly, I would really like to see another winter wrap-up, like, now that Twilight's a princess, just to see, like, hey, we never use magic in our winter wrap-ups. Now we have a god here to help us.
Yeah.
What do we do?
Actually, you know what? This has been passed up since Twilight became a princess, and I wish they would fucking do it more than just a hand wave early on in the season after. Why don't we have an episode where the moral is, just because something about your friend has changed, you don't treat them differently? I'm shocked that they did not do one of those right after Twilight became a princess. Like, why not have an episode where everyone just goes out of their way to treat her like a princess? She doesn't like it, and eventually just, like, snaps and says, look, just because things have changed, I'm still me.
Snaps and murders them all.
I'm still me. You don't have to treat me differently.
That happens.
Why wasn't that brought up?
Yeah, that's something
That is
kind
a
of
total
went
missed
by.
opportunity.
Yeah.
I still want Can she just snap
So
and
I
kill
kind of-
everyone?
No,
That'd
so
be
I
a
kind
great
of like
episode.
TG's winter wrap-up idea with Twilight as a princess, but like the one after she becomes a princess, like the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you don't have to do anything because you're no, it's a tradition. I want to do it, but you should
Yeah.
do this and this. Why not do that?
don't know. But I kind of have something on the... I kind of have an idea that's sort of on the flip side of this. Because, this is something that as much as I kind of liked season 4, it's something that really bothered me about it. The fact that they did have this meta plot occurring that they barely ever utilized. And apparently in season 3, they had a meta plot that they didn't really show that the only reason you knew they had it was because of leaks.
Yeah, it was never actually implemented into the actual show.
Which one was season 3's again?
Take a guess.
Twilight's a princess.
Thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Empire
you forgot that's what that was.
Because
didn't
it's
you?
not brought up in the actual show.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
no, that I would argue with you and say that's not an arc.
Well,
I would
they
say
tried
it's
to pull...
I would say it's a straight line between one point and another point because they literally how the arc goes is they open up the season with this like magic bookie thing, and then the last
Next time we see it.
episode
Mm-hmm.
is the last episode. That's
Wait,
not an
there
arc.
was a magic bookie
See, though,
thing
I
in
didn't-
the first episode?
In my defense, I didn't say it was an
Oh.
arc. I said it was a meta plot.
It still
It's a
is
2-episode meta plot, then.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah, it is.
pretty shit.
and in season 4, they
don't-
did have a meta plot.
Wait,
For
but
sure.
I still don't... I don't remember anything from the first episode of season 3 being related at all to...
They show
at
his
the end-
book.
At the very
At
end,
the
the
end,
black
when they
book.
switch to Luna and Celestia, Celestia holds up the Stars World book, and they both nod at each other knowingly, and that's it.
I don't remember that at all.
Because
What?
it's such a minor detail.
Wait,
It's not brought
when
up.
the fuck
Yeah.
did this happen?
At the end of the episode, TG, I should know. I watched Crystal Empire more times than I ever
So
wanted to.
confused. How do I not remember that?
Because gag.
Because you're drunk. Go
No,
home,
but-
TG.
I am home,
You're
but in my
drunk.
mind, that the meta plot for season 3 goes: Twilight wakes up, everyone's cutie marks are fucked up. She fixes them. Now she's a princess. That's the meta plot. It's 1 episode long. Like there's no.
Which I will say, I'm not.
meta to the
I
plot.
kind of, if I remember correctly, I kind of remember complaining about the whole key arc. And I don't remember my exact reasoning. The only one that I can think of right now is that
Because
There's
the
a-
way they implemented it was really predictable.
down to like I started predicting which episodes were going to be key episodes, and I fucking called it. And I felt like they could have devoted the entire season to something like that. That's how I like my meta plots. Like I'm gonna bring
Either
up.
go all in or not at all.
Thank you, Full Metal Alchemist.
Full
That's how
Metal
I like
fucking
it.
Alchemist.
They go all in. Not a every episode is utilized to further advance this meta plot.
It is a goal. They have a clearly defined, non-ambiguous goal.
And if
that's,
they kept going with that,
that's honestly what I think the series needs. It needs
For an entire season.
a
just
clearly
something.
defined, concrete goal.
the one problem I see with that is that they're grappling with two incredibly different demographics.
Granted,
They're dealing with us, the fucking brony scum, and then they're going with the original demographic, which is little kids. And bridging those two is really difficult.
I get a feeling that little kids like watching.
Yeah, they like getting
Granted,
invested in
they
stories
like seeing-
too. They want to see
They
what
like
happens
seeing
next.
They like seeing
Yeah.
adventures. Adventures are cool.
It's harder to follow, but at the same time, it's
But if you
it's
are
more-
following
you
it,
get- you get
adventures
more
are
invested.
That's why that was
Yeah.
my main concern. Harder to follow for 4-year-olds.
Yeah.
granted, but it's an adventure. Yeah, adventure.
Yay.
But yeah, that's really. I feel like that's the one thing that they need because, God, season 4, for all of the flaws it had with the key episodes, at least it had a concrete goal.
And it had a good
What's
number.
in the box?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's in the box?
You know what I'm shocked they haven't touched on yet in 5 seasons?
What's that?
Star Swirl. Not once have we had an episode relating to Star Swirl.
Well, we have, like, stuff related to Star
Where it's focused on him.
Oh, well, it's...
He is the focus of the episode.
Well, the tiny glass of water episode was almost that until...
No, it was, yeah, exactly, but...
For more information about Star Swirl the Bearded, read IDW's My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Yeah, it's...
No!
But really, though, like, this character is name-dropped so much as being, like, this great and important figure. And it's like, no episode about him. That's just... Why? And yeah, it's the same thing you brought up with the princesses. Why have we not had more episodes about them? They're such important figures, and, again, most of the time they're just ignored.
I think it's fair for me to bring up that, the things that people... Like, often you keep hearing people complaining about Celestia, like, being a fucking douchebag, even supposed to be the wise, powerful, and kind leader, and yet doing all the troll things. It's like, part of the reason they do that is that nobody seems to have a very clear idea of what her character is supposed to be.
But I still like her.
We do.
I like the concept. And
we'd like her a lot more if she was an actual character.
Yeah, there's just so many characters that they keep bringing up. They keep bringing up a lot of these characters, and they keep insisting that they're important, yet we never really learn about them.
Heck, do you know how interesting an episode just focusing on Discord's backstory would be?
God, I mean, that seems like something
history
they would
of Discord would be a fantastic episode. Why is that not a thing? I know people hate her, and even I'm not the biggest fan, but, like, why don't we have a Trixie episode, even? Like...
We had one.
No.
One that's not shit.
An episode that is just her, on her own, trying to figure out what to do after she's trying to repent.
Yeah.
She's trying to find forgiveness. That could be interesting. Trying to find her place in the world.
The fucking last time I heard, oh hey, Trixie's coming back, I thought that's what it was gonna be about. Then it wasn't.
It's just evil again.
Yeah. Fucking garbage.
No, I still want, I have been asking for this for God knows how long. Still one of my favorite, like, plot points that has been done to death and I don't care. Which is, the princess is dealing with the day after Nightmare Moon comes back.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
I still want it because there are so many directions you can go with that.
Hey,
you could have it be tense and awkward. You could have it be super emotional. You could have it Celestia being pissed off. You could have Luna being pissed off. Or Celestia being really remorseful and trying to overdo it to make up to Luna. You could do so many things with that. And it's a total missed opportunity.
Well, you could also focus on Luna getting back into her duties and stuff as well. And yeah, it's
and
just...
the learning curve to, 1,000-year time jump.
Yeah, no.
Right.
This is great
There's a
comic.
ton of potential.
This great fucking comic that's like... probably 4 years fucking old at this point.
Oh, is it the egophiliac one?
I think so. If you think, yeah, it is. Yeah, that's like my favorite fucking comic because it's like Tiny Luna, and then she raises the moon for the first time, and she gets her cutting mark, and then it like cuts to after she comes back and she does it again, and it's like she's not as good at it as she used to be because she's been out of practice for 1,000 years. And then her and Celestia are just adorable together. It's the best.
You know what I want to see?
Yeah, just turn Egophiliac's comics into episodes. They're done.
Do that. That would be great.
Oh, that would be cool.
You know what I want to see? Can the CMC get their fucking cutie marks?
I mean, yeah.
That would be fucking great, wouldn't it? You know what I want to see?
Then we can finally put that put that trope behind the barn and shoot
We
it.
can, fuck me, yeah, finally. Like,
Can we have an episode where we find out why the fuck Zecora rhymes?
That
actually, I think there is
Can we
a
have an
zebra-focused
episode about why the
episode.
fuck Zecora anything?
Yeah, like legitimately, why the fuck
Yeah.
does Zecora do anything?
But yeah, I mean, again, so many untouched characters, and yet we waste time on the CMC getting their cutie mark, 4 to 5 times a season?
I'm sorry, I think you mean the cutie mark Crusaders not getting their cutie
You
mark.
know what I mean.
No,
trying
but yeah,
to fail at getting their cutie marks.
I still really wish they had shifted focus after Twilight got princessy bullshit. If they had shifted focus to the CMCs, had the first couple episodes of season 4 been them getting their cutie marks, and then the fucking show focus on them post cutie mark getting. That would have been fucking
Dealing with the awkwardness of, oh, now we don't really have anything holding us together.
Yeah, that would have been a really good show. Because when
Hey, you could go back to that fucking moral of just because you changed, not, I'm not a different person.
Yeah, no, fucking when Twilight became princessified, her arc ended. That was the end of her arc. And then
Frankly,
they gave
a lot
her
of the
a new
characters'
arc.
arcs are already over.
Yeah, but at that point, the main 6 was pretty much covered. We knew why they did their things. They had all grown as characters.
Right.
Everything had happened. We could have stopped focusing on them. But we didn't.
And then I was just reminded of the fact that we still haven't had a follow-up Chrysalis episode, despite the fact that she's one of the coolest villains in the entire show.
Yeah.
And that was
Also,
the end of season 2.
You know what I was about to say? For all the complaining that people do about Carolot Wedding, there's one thing that nobody can deny, and that is Chrysalis is fucking awesome.
Mhm.
She looks pretty cool. She has a very good design, and it's a very interesting concept. I really wish they'd expand on it.
Even in that episode, she's not really, unpowered or anything, or converted. She's just blasted away. She should be back by now trying to do something. Why have we not, come back to that?
The reason for that, I could say, is because she would be trying to do it subtly, because it's probably the way she should have done it in the first place.
I guess, but I
But-
mean, you still need to have an episode to focus on her.
But yeah.
What if she was actually the changeling at the wedding?
No. But anyway, I can actually think of a reason that they haven't done have the CMC have their own become the main focus of the series. And it's why Hasbro specifically wouldn't do that.
Toys.
No, actually. It's related to G1 Transformers. See, after the Transformers movie, Optimus Prime died along with most of the main cast. So, in season 3 of Transformers, they had a new cast of characters come in. Nobody went in.
Well, no, but
The-
here's
the-
the difference.
The ratings were the ratings for that show were so notoriously bad that they ended up resurrecting Optimus Prime, even though they never planned on doing that.
But, okay, well, first of all, were the new characters they used established characters in the universe? Or were they just new motherfuckers they threw in to
No,
start the show?
they're established.
Alright. Well, the other difference is Twilight and the main 6 wouldn't be dead. They'd still be there.
They're dead to me.
They'd be background characters. They'd be helping them out. We fucking saw that, what's her shit? Apple Bloom. The thing she was learning to do was potion making with Zecora. But Twilight is still, the smartest motherfucker in fucking Horseland. So, she would still be there. Obviously, Applejack, Rarity, and Rainbow Dash would still be there as their sisters. All the main characters would still be in the show. They just wouldn't be the focus anymore.
Fair point.
Yeah, no, I
Well,
wouldn't
I'm
watch
trying
it.
to think. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think like a corporate shyster, who tend to oversimplify everything.
Actually,
Yeah.
think back to the whole concept of the main 6. This is gonna ring true for all those old generation collectors. All 0 of you listening to this right now. That originally, G1 started with like a random mishmash of ponies they just grabbed together that were popular at the time, and it would constantly change. And for toy releases, they'd release something new about every few months. And G2, they did the same thing. G3, they started. But eventually they narrowed it down to 7. That they would just re-release over and over and over and over again. And they were called the Core 7. They later became called the Bore 7 because Hasbro would not stop releasing the shit out of these things. And trying to capitalize on the, the video games and the fucking movies and the TV shows. They would not stop.
Those were big money makers, right?
They wouldn't stop capitalizing on the Bore 7. So now we get to Generation 4, and we have these 6 main characters that are adored in the show. But over in Collector Land, the collectors are screaming, "Stop fucking throwing these things at us! We're sick of it!" And, I don't know, I just find it kind of interesting that flip that's going on. And I'm fucking tired right now, I'm sorry, but, there are so many things that can be done in this season that could redeem it. And it seems like Hasbro is taking a lot of opportunities to just not do that.
Yeah, the season needs a concrete goal. The series needs a concrete goal because without one, all the characters are already fully developed. So trying to just there's no more room to advance the main 6 characters, and I would dare say there isn't even enough room to advance the Cutie Mark Crusaders beyond giving them their cutie marks. So you're kind of at that endgame phase now, guys. So plan the endgame.
Endgame is what you call it when there's 2 more seasons confirmed, right?
That's
right.
what I call it.
It can be a long end game.
Can it though? We're already.
But you need to plan all the same. You need to plan ahead. You need to. Well, I guess there isn't much room for you to do that now because all of the season is already done with. But for the future, you need to start thinking about the meta plot and the end game because there really isn't much room to advance these characters in terms of just like slice of life stuff. Except for a lot of the characters that they seem to refuse to focus on. So if you're going to refuse to focus on them, at least give the main cast something else to do that lasts more than 1 episode.
Come to think of it, season by season, what were the large, overarching meta plots? I know season 1 that was the gala.
Season 2 didn't really have
Season 2 didn't have one, but it was early enough that it could get away with it because they were still developing each of the main characters.
Yeah, every episode in season 2 actually, gave something to the characters.
Season 3 was alicornification if we're being charitable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Season 3 was nothing, and then
Season 4
Season 4 was the box thing.
I said if we're being charitable.
We're never charitable.
And season 4 was Twilight's box.
Yeah.
And
season 5 is the fucking dumb math thing.
Which we only saw literally twice in how many episodes?
In 9 episodes that are not for premiere once. Yeah.
Yeah. Great plot, guys.
Good job.
Hey, you know what would be really fucking happy? Would make me happy is what I tried to say.
We are all so tired right now / drunk. I'm on 3 hours of sleep. I'm guessing, Duster, you work today?
I work tomorrow at noon.
Yeah, TG is drunk and tired. I think we should wrap this up. Unless you've got something to really say.
What would make me really happy would be if this fucking show ended with the movie. The movie is confirmed for 2017. That's this season and season 6. I would be so fucking happy if season 6 ended, we got the movie, and it was done. Can we end it?
Seems like what they're going for?
I really hope it is.
I think, and God, that reminds me, I still think that this season is going to be extended in some way, like we're going to have a long-ass hiatus coming up.
Probably.
Because again, that heartwarming episode that's at the end of the season, that's a little suspicious to me, and wouldn't be shocked if that got somehow knocked back to, like, December. Yeah, because that's when the last heartwarming episode was.
No, man, Christmas in August.
That better not happen, but, would not be shocked at all.
Christmas in September.
Personally, I'm just tired of the long-ass hiatuses.
Exactly, so, just to make things better, let's have another one, probably.
Actually, I'm not too tired of them, because now the hiatuses for other cartoon shows are ending, so it's like...
Yeah, they are, but it's always so irritating that it just...
It's the worst.
I believe from looking ahead at the schedule projected by this one website, the season would end October 10th, I believe.
Yay.
And that's, I believe, if that would, if it's not going to be on that pace. That would be if one episode came out every week from here until then. It's not going to happen. Keep in mind, we still have the third Equestria Girls movie coming out at the end of September, early October. And, yeah, would not be shocked if they had a hiatus planned around that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Woo.
Despite the fact that the next Equestria Girls looks like ass and doesn't make sense. Okay, Hasbro, you should have fucking learned with Nerf Rebel. You should have fucking learned.
But it's extreme because girls can do archery, Duster.
I know, I
like
do
you,
it.
yeah, I know. But it's so extreme and so it's so out of the box.
No, it's not. You get burns on your arm and sore muscles, and fucking riflery is so much better than archery. I'm just saying it right now.
But God, yeah. So prepare yourself for the hiatus. It's probably coming.
Hoard your hiatus nuts.
Please don't actually happen. Please just be me being overly paranoid. I sadly don't think that's going to be the case, but
Then
anyway,
we can use the hiatus and talk about other good shows.
Well, actually, that's what we're trying to do.
Oh man, hey, Duster.
I need to
What?
poke fucking...
Did you see the thing I linked like 3 times today about Persona 5?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
I'm excited.
we can
You
tell.
are.
I'm mainly excited because
Hold on.
we're finally fucking done with Persona 4. Hopefully. Like, I
No,
adore
it
Persona
can never
4.
end.
No,
Hold on.
Yes, great.
I'm looking up the friendship games now because I'm trying to remember what other extreme sports they threw in.
Motocross!
Oh yes, motocross. So we have archery, motocross. What
Remember,
else?
this is high school.
Oh, I think we have some skateboarding. Is this like the 90s all over again?
Yep.
Doesn't
Are
this seem
things
like
really
this?
radical and tubular?
Doesn't it feel that way?
Oh, God.
Regular.
Oh god, I'm trying to find what else. So yeah,
I lived the 90s precisely as many times as I want to live the 90s.
they are really shoving the whole archery thing down our throat hard. Like,
Yep.
I am seeing all the art.
Again, they tried it with Nerf Rebel. It sucked balls. I can tell you from experience working at a toy store during Nerf Rebel's launch that it was ass.
I forgot.
It did ass.
I forgot the roller skating. Oh my god.
Okay,
To
no.
be completely fair and to play devil's advocate, we thought fucking Rainbow Rocks was going to be fucking stupid as shit.
It had
Okay,
a better
I'm
initial
actually
concept
going,
than this.
I'm going to defend this on one account. If they only do one thing. Main 6 roller derby.
Yes, please.
Just the main 6 punching the shit out of the other characters
We can
in
hope.
roller derby.
We can all
Yeah,
hope.
that's not gonna happen.
I don't... Well, it better happen.
Which
I
is
mean-
precisely why it won't.
Hey,
Okay,
Megan McCarthy, you're
anyways,
totally listening to
fucking-
this. Make the main 6 punching the shit out of everyone else in roller derby totally
Yes,
happen.
please.
Instead of more dumb horse
No,
shit.
but which? Hold on, no, not done with dumb horse shit. We're never
I hate
done.
dumb horse shit.
But like, what high school has archery?
Camelot High.
I actually have heard of that, and let me
Not
spoil it for
common.
you. It's not common. You know why?
It's
Where I've
yeah.
heard of it?
I'm pretty sure.
Private boarding school.
Yeah.
I did equestrian sports in high school, and that was a private boarding school.
Mhm.
So all these fucking sports, except for motocross, like not even the froofy private boarding schools would do that.
It's extreme though, Duster. Get with the times.
Is extreme spelled with an X and a hyphen?
Yes.
Then
Get
I
with
accept this
the-
as fully radical.
Extreme.
Get with the 20 years ago.
Ugh.
Stop making me feel old.
All right, finally, TG, you can have
Yeah.
your dumb.
So, like I
comment.
was saying, there's this new Persona 5 trailer, which showed some more cool story stuff, which makes me happy. Because, like I said, I adore Persona 4. I adore Persona 3. They're both fucking great games.
Hell yeah.
But, like, for the past, 6-7 years, every Persona game is either one of those two or both of those two put together.
Why are you
Like-
complaining?
I am a little bit, because it's like Assassin's Creed 2. Assassin's Creed 2 was really good, and I liked Ezio. And then you got, 4 games, and by the end of it, I was just like,
Well,
Ezio,
okay.
go fucking die.
Well, okay, no. Brotherhood was great. Revelations was
Brotherhood was alright.
Well,
but it
then,
wasn't as
TG,
good
the,
as 2.
the
I
fight
thought
is he
Brotherhood
actually
was great.
did die.
Yeah, he
Anyways,
finally
that's-
fucking died at the end, and I was happy.
Are you
Actually,
trying
he
to kill
doesn't
off
even.
Broske?
No, Brosuke's fine. I'm trying to
doesn't
kill
even
off
die,
Oh
his
yeah,
actually.
Broske's fine.
Brosuke's fine in every sense of the word.
Seriously, like half that fucking cast I'm gonna reclaim into my polygamous Gaifu herd.
Yeah,
Well,
but no, I just want new Persona story, because, again, the stuff from 3 and 4 was great, but we've just been getting it repeatedly for, 6 years now.
Oh, great.
Like,
How are we doing on time?
It's time to move on.
It's like about an hour. But
Oh, no?
anyways,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
No. So
No, we're
wrap your
good. We're still
face up.
good.
hold on. So friendship games. You know, I found something interesting that would totally make this movie a lot cooler. Would someone please read that?
Okay, the Friendship Games, or Friendship 84, Russian something, Druzhba 84, was an international multi-sport event held between 2 July and 16 September 1984 in the Soviet Union and 8 other socialist states, which boycotted the 1984 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles.
Can that please be the plot?
Can it?
So what made 6 of the LA Olympics team?
Yeah. Oh my
and
god.
fucking Trixie and all, and the Sirens and all that, or the Soviet Union.
Yeah, they just, it's a goodwill games between the two, and in Soviet Russia, friendship is you. That
No.
was bad. I'm
No.
sorry. That's even I
Okay.
admit that was a tired, bad.
Well, I think
Soviet
it's time
Russia.
to wrap
Go
it
to
up
bed.
after that pun.
That's
It wasn't even a pun. That was just terrible.
it's,
Greg, the adults are talking. Go to bed.
It's puppies.
I
So-
have one of those. Go to bed.
So, plugs and pins.
Do we have
Plugs
any?
and pins. Shit we're releasing on the channel. There's a bunch of it. Check it
Okay,
out.
yeah, okay. Well, we pimped Rock Talk last time, so...
Yeah, there's Rock Talk, there's gaming shit we're all doing.
And eventually,
Oh,
Yeah, we
yeah,
actually just recorded
Duster,
the,
yes.
we recorded the first episode of Dating According to Japan, which is backseat gaming, but with dating sims and hentai games. It ran a little longer than I thought because the entire thing was completely unplanned and uncoordinated and is kind of shitty. So we're splitting the first part in half. So if it looks kind of awkward when we put it up and it kind of cuts off suddenly, that's why.
Yeah.
And we played Monster Girl Quest. It takes an awful long time to get to the porn, but by God, does it deliver when it does.
Not really.
Keep in mind, it will be censored, but I'll make it amusingly censored.
Yeah, everything is censored. If you want the uncensored version, don't fucking... I'm not going to
We're
give
not
it.
If you want
getting
the
it.
uncensored version, why
Use
do you want
Google.
the uncensored version?
Google with safe search off.
Yes.
another thing that I want to pimp is we actually have a release date for Gravity Falls. It is July 13th. Tale of Two Stands will be coming out then. And we are going to be doing podcasts on Gravity Falls, which I don't even know if there's a title for it yet.
And we don't have a title yet for it, but I will also point out at this time I will be dragging all your asses in to do a react.
Oh my god.
Come on. For Gravity Falls.
I'm the only person in the group that's like, reacts, fuck that. I don't like doing reacts.
I'm also like, fuck that.
You don't have to, but...
But yes, I'm again doing the title cards for it, and I'm kind of excited because I had like full artistic free range over their OCs.
Yeah, we finally get to reveal your OCs, which are awesome.
Well, we revealed two of them. We revealed mine and yours.
Yeah.
But the other ones, which I actually have a spoiler image of them, which you can slap up here if you want. Those are coming soon. You can watch my DeviantArt, which I will pimp myself, rainbow-smash, deviantart.com. You'll see them get uploaded eventually.
Yeah. And,
I guess will we also be recording our Dipper's Guide to the Unexplained at AX?
Yes, we will be doing
That'll
impromptu.
be a video.
Since Greg will be cosplaying Dipper and I will be cosplaying Mabel, we will be doing impromptu Guide to the Unexplained at Anime Expo, July 4th weekend in Los Angeles. So if you see Dipper and Mabel scurrying around holding signs in front of things, that's probably us.
they want me to come as Grunkle Stan, but I don't have money, so...
I offered to help you out.
Yeah, but I don't like doing that.
Doesn't matter.
I also don't have the cosplay done. So, whatever. Maybe it'll happen, who the fuck knows? It could
Well,
be a
at worst,
surprise.
you could catch all three of us as TG as Grunkle Scan, me as Mabel, and again, Greg as Dipper at Equestria LA, which...
That's a convention we're not talking about at the moment.
maybe later. Maybe.
Yeah,
They're
never
lovely
time.
people, and we enjoy the things they do.
I don't know if I'm getting into a vendor spot. Just know that if you're going to Equestria LA, I will announce later if I did get a vendor spot. So you can come and give me money, please. I kind of need it.
Oh, now you're sounding desperate.
I shovel dog shit for a living. Hell yes, I'm desperate.
But you're not supposed to sound desperate.
I don't care, I'm cute.
You're a trooper.
You're
A pooper scooper trooper. Anyways.
Yeah, eventually, when Greg and TG finally get around to watching it, we'll also be talking about Star Wars Rebels, the premiere for the season 2, which came out this last Saturday. It was amazing.
Yeah, I'll do that in the next day or two. Yep, that'll happen. I sounded really sarcastic, but it's actually just drunken.
It's just us all tired right now. We probably sound like really stupid, which isn't much different from how we usually are, but...
Yay.
You don't sound any different.
Congrats. Yeah, I think we're done here.
Alright.
Unless anyone wants to really, add anything else.
Bye, Q.
Nope.
Well, that happened.
Okay,
We were
definitely time to end it.
We were hoof-hearted.
We
and
were
we'll catch
ham-hearted,
y'all later.
everyone.
No,
Catch
We're
you
ham-hearted, and this is the
Bye,
last podcast
I hate
TG will be in.
Not the fans.
This is the last podcast.
TG, go to bed. The adults are talking.
Yeah, TG has been removed. Don't worry. I love you, fans.
Oh, God,
Goodbye.
no.